And then I've seen something really strange with Egypt. I mean, he must be one of the most inefficient players that I've seen in my Call of War career, because he has in his 5 cities a lot of production buildings. As you can see, I've counted them. In total, Egypt has 17 military production buildings. And they're always the same. They're always tank plant, ordnance foundry, barracks, secret lab. I mean, what is this, man? Look at that. Naval base here, but always the same buildings. This is so stupid, man. Just specialize in your cities. You have thrown away so many resources. Not only that, he has built industry in his 5 cities and in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rural provinces, man. That's 11 industry in total and 17 military production buildings. This player is like the Uber architect. Please don't do this.
The next morning.
As Egypt has built 17 military production buildings, even if he produces units non-stop in his 5 cities, even then he always will have 12 idle buildings. That's 12 times those resources that have been wasted because you're not using them. Those idle buildings, they represent thousands of resources. Not only that, but because he has a lot of buildings, it will be very difficult for him to upgrade his buildings. And once he starts upgrading his units, all these level 1 buildings, they're gonna be obsolete anyways. The most efficient thing to do is just to specialize 1 unit branch per city, and then you're gonna save a lot of resources. Egypt has wasted a lot of resources and has used quite some gold to be able to build all these production buildings and his industry. And the second mistake that he's making is that he's not using the strengths of his economy. He has just built industry everywhere, regardless if he needs those resources or not for his build order. You should only build industry in the provinces where you need resources the most, like for example what I did with the goods over here and the rare materials over here. A third mistake that Egypt is making is that some resources you're gonna have in excess because you need them less, other resources you're gonna need more, so you need to prioritize the industry construction in the provinces of the resources that you will need the most. Another mistake that Egypt made is that he made 0 recruitment offices, and recruitment offices, they are very important. They are even most important than the resources, because if you take capitals, you get money, you can buy resources on the market, but you cannot buy manpower. You can only buy manpower with gold, and if you play without gold, you need to take care of recruitment offices. Manpower is the hardest resource to manage in the game, and if you don't build recruitment offices right off the bat at the start of the game like I did, then you're gonna be in difficulty with manpower later on in the game. Hence why I'm now building a level 2 recruitment office over here, and I'm gonna do the same over here. We're at the end of day 2 and I have in all my cities almost recruitment offices level 2. This is perfect. If you don't build recruitment offices at the start of the game and you don't expand early, you're gonna struggle with manpower all game long. Another mistake from Egypt is that he's not adapting his unit production to the strengths of his economy. He just sticks to his build of motorized infantry, light tanks and armored cars. However, most of his armored cars got killed by now in the war with Libya. He has 2 oil, 2 food, 1 steel and 1 rare. He has no rural goods, but however he invests in motorized infantry, light tanks and armored cars, which all need goods. With the 2 oil, the steel and the rare, he's in a perfect position, for example, to go for medium tanks. He's also in a good position to go navy, but he only has 2 subs. He's produced a lot of regular infantry as he already lost most of his starting units, but as he has a lot of oil and a lot of food, it is better to produce the motorized infantry units in his case. Egypt could have perfectly played without the use of gold if you just not have made these mistakes. Build recruitment offices, industry only in the provinces of the resources you need the most, specialize your city per type of unit branch and adapt your build to your economy, and then you're not gonna have any trouble with resources, you're not gonna have to use gold, and this way you can keep your war bonds for more interesting use. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and hit that bell button for notifications. I want to say a warm thank you to my members and elite members for supporting this channel.